Hello everyone, my name is Monique. In this video, I will show you how to create beautiful name sweaters using the technique of embroidery. I'm wearing mine, so let's get started. I will show you how I made these beautiful hand embroidered name sweaters using the chain stitch technique, Jean and Kai. So I'm going to start by grabbing a copy paper. I will fold it in half and also I will cut it in half. And those two halves will be the sizes for each name. Great. Okay, after that, I'm going to grab a pencil and just, drawing the names without any reference of any kind, without tracing or without using a printer to search online fonts. No, I just did it like that. I think I have a good handwriting, so I could do it. You can do it as well. Okay, I finished the name Jean and now I'm working on Kai. Those two will be the names. Okay, and because I need these names to be very visible so I can transfer, the names to the sweater. So I'm going to use this permanent marker, or you can use a Sharpie pencil, a Sharpie marker, to do this tracing, okay? Just to make it more visible, just to trace whatever you draw. And that's what I'm doing right now. I just want to make sure, the names are very visible. Just retracing, the names for what I did on pencil. Okay, I'm almost done and I think they look nice. Jean and Kai. This is supposed to be J, so maybe I will fix it. Looks like L, right? But I will fix it. You will see what I'm gonna do when I'm starting the chain stitch. Okay, so I have the two sweaters here. I got them from the Children's Place, which is a store that only sell clothes for children. And this is 100% cotton. I also need the materials, water-soluble marker, chunky yarn, and a large eye plastic darning needle. I also need a light box or tracing light box. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, now I do have the light box here. So I'm going to start with the first sweater. I'm going to transfer the name Kai to the sweater. And I'm going to do it this way. Look, very easy. You just put it underneath the sweater. And then you're going to make sure, just to make sure you center that name, you just count, the lines on the sweater and that'll be it. I think it's centered already. Just using your hands. Okay, or your eyeball. You just eyeball, how to center that name. Okay, so now I'm grabbing here right now the water soluble marker, which is this works pretty good for this kind of project. And I'm starting just like that, and look how easy it is to just trace the name. Okay, I'm almost done with the first name. Very easy. Okay, excellent. Let me turn on the light and look how it is. Okay, perfect. I like it. Okay, let's do the second name, the second sweater. Okay, Kai is done. Now let's continue with the name, second sweater with the name Jean. Okay, we do the same process. Put the name underneath the sweater, turn on the light box, and then you just trace the name. You do the same thing. You count the lines of the sweater, making sure the name is centered, just that way. Perfect. Okay, Let's use the marker again. Make sure you use this water soluble marker because it will disappear when you with the water contact. So just make sure you use one of those so it won't stain the sweater. Okay, so I'm almost done with the second sweater. Excellent. Okay, now I turn on the light back on and look how it is. Now I have both sweaters completed. Now I'm gonna be using this chunky yarn that it will work. I think it's very nice because it's soft and it's for babies, so I think it will look nice with these ivory color sweaters. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna cut like a long piece so I can start the embroidery on these sweaters. Okay, so you will see, make sure you use a very large darning needle. Okay, so at the end of the long tail, I'm gonna tie a knot. Okay, I'm done using the light box. Now I'm gonna put it away, but that's very important to have it when you do these kind of projects. Okay, let me find the tail and I'm gonna tie a knot and I'm gonna start the embroidery here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the J from the top. Okay, so we're gonna put it from inside to outside. That's how it is. You just have to find a good way to start this process. Okay, from underneath to the top. Perfect. You just grab it like that, pull until you get to the knot. That is until the knot touches the fabric. Okay, so we're ready now. We go back to the same hole and then put the yarn that way and then you pull and then you will have the first chain. Okay, so it's almost done. You just pull it like that. And very nice. Don't pull too tight, neither too loose. Don't It will have to be like that way. So the sweater won't have any wrinkles. Okay, perfect. We did the first chain. Now let's go to the second one. Make sure you go to the same hole and then you leave like a space of 5 millimeters. That will be the space for the next chain. And we grab it, grab like that, pull it, and we're gonna have the second chain already. Okay, look how easy it is. Following the lines of the marker that we did the name. Okay, let's continue. Just make sure you follow. There's several ways to do the chains, but I find that this way better. So you just pull until you got a small loop and then you pass the needle and pull again and that will be it. Okay, let's continue here. Excellent. If you see that logo in the middle, it's because I do have an Amazon store. I sell handmade products like personalized gifts, like bracelets, amigurumis, engravings on metal. You will see, I will leave the link below so you can take a look what I have available there. So you're very welcome to see my Amazon store. Okay, let's continue here. This you will have a lot of fun doing this project. I did 3 at the end. 3 sweaters. But maybe I will start selling them on my Amazon store as well. Who knows? I really like them. The thing is, I need to find a better place to make sure, the sweaters are available. Because if you start selling them, you need to make sure you have different sizes for babies, for toddlers. Okay, these 2 sweaters are for toddlers. But the store, the name of the store is the Children's Place. They sell very, very high quality sweaters and clothing for children. But they're not that cheap, okay? They're not cheap because this is a gift, so it's okay. But if you're gonna start selling, you better buy in large quantities. Okay, let's see how we're going here. How many chains do we have so far? I'm gonna fast forward this process a little bit. Okay, look how nice it's getting to look there. It's looking very nice so far. Okay, I'm fast forwarding this process because it's taking a lot of time, but it's important for you. I really wanted to show you exactly step by step how to do this process. And I'm going to show you how to do this, how to embroider the letter I, the letter I. Okay, so the letter I, so for the little dot of the I, you need to go, at the front and then leave the space of 5 millimeters. And then you're going to rotate to create the chains. And you're going to make 4 chains there. One on the left, one on the top. I'm going to the top right now. Then another one on the other side, which is the, let's see, right side. And then going to the bottom side. And then you will complete the eye, the little dot. And it will look very nice. Look. Okay, so now to go, you don't need to make two chains, okay? So you have to work on the underneath to continue the letter I. Now we continue the letter I just like that. So that works better. Okay, let's continue with the embroidery technique. This is a very nice technique. I love it, especially for designs on sweaters, on clothing. And this chunky yarn it works perfect for this kind of sweater. Okay, so we're getting closer to finish this name. Very good. And this will be a present for Christmas. I will give them to these 2 babies. Well, they're not babies, they're toddlers, but for me are still babies. Of course, they will receive besides, these sweaters, so they will get toys and all that since we are very close to Christmas. So I will send those sweaters to them. And this is a good gift. So you can, this is a good idea. Okay, so following the end, look how I did. So you go out front, and then to continue the letter N, you work on the reverse side, and then just like that until you get to continue the letter N. And that's how we we do it. That way you won't have, two chains on top to the other one. You won't have, those chains like that. It has to be only one chain for each letter. And to continue, you have to work something on the back or on the reverse side, so it will be looking like that. Okay, perfect. We're almost done here, almost finishing. These babies will look very nice with these sweaters. Okay, we're working on the last chain right here. Now to finish this, you put it, you pass it through the top, and then you go on the back, work that way, pass it through those extra, the back chains like that. And you're gonna make a few knots, you cut it, and then you split the yarn in two because it's thick. You pass it through one of those, and then you make like 3 knots. Cut the yarn, and that's it. You do the same thing for any other ends. Okay. This was so fun to do. I had a lot of fun doing it. This project made me happy. Okay, excellent. So we're done with that name. And look what I did with the J. So I didn't do like like the L. So to erase that, so we're gonna use a piece of wet clothes and just like that. Or you can also just pour water on the letters. And that way it will erase any extra stain from the marker. So the water soluble marker, that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm done with the first sweater. I need to work on the second sweater, but I'm not gonna record because this video is already long enough. Okay, Jean, look how beautiful the name looks. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with these sweaters. Now I'm gonna work on that one and I'm gonna show you the result in a little bit. Okay, so I'm done here. Look, the contrast between the two colors, the ivory and I don't know how do you call the other color of the yarn, but it looks perfect. It's like light beige or something. I don't know, but it's not white at all. Okay, so I have the result of the sweaters here. I'm impressed. I'm happy with this project, and I will be sending these sweaters for Christmas, which is right around the corner. This is a good idea to give presents to babies. Okay, and I did mine also. I did mine sweaters. I had one sweater somewhere here, and then I decided to also did an embroidery on my sweater. And look how nice it is, but I didn't use any chunky yarn on this one. I use a regular yarn because my name is long, Monique.
Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.